Get this wrong and your logs are gone when you need them most in production, but in the context of storing and serving application assets on AWS, a more fitting concern is that if you don't configure your storage solution correctly, your application assets could be inaccessible or, worse, publicly exposed when you need them most. This scenario is particularly relevant when using Amazon S3 for storing and serving static website content. What it does, Amazon S3, Simple Storage Service, is an object storage service that allows you to store and serve large amounts of data in the form of objects up to 5 terabytes in size. It's a highly durable, scalable, and performant storage solution that can be used for a variety of purposes, including hosting static websites, storing application assets, and archiving data. Command, example. Breaking it down, creating an S3 bucket involves specifying a unique name for your bucket. The AWS S3 command is used for this purpose. Setting a bucket policy allows you to define permissions for your bucket. In this case, we are allowing public read access to the objects in the bucket, which is necessary for hosting a static website. Enabling static website hosting on your bucket allows you to serve static content directly from S3. You need to specify an index document, like index.html, that will be served when users access your website's root URL. Uploading your website content to S3 can be done using the AWS S3 sync command, which synchronizes the contents of a local directory with the contents of an S3 bucket. Enabling versioning on your bucket allows S3 to store multiple versions of an object. This is useful for tracking changes to your website over time and for recovering from accidental overwrites or deletions. Configuring a lifecycle policy allows you to manage the lifetime of objects in your bucket. In this example, we're configuring S3 to delete old versions of objects after 30 days, which helps to manage storage costs and reduce clutter. Common mistakes. One common mistake is not properly configuring the bucket policy, which can result in your website being inaccessible to the public or, conversely, exposing sensitive data. Another mistake is not enabling versioning, which can lead to data loss if objects are accidentally overwritten or deleted. Failing to configure a lifecycle policy can lead to unnecessary storage costs and clutter in your bucket. Try this next. Try configuring a bucket to serve a static website with SSL, TLS encryption using Amazon CloudFront and AWS Certificate Manager. This involves creating a CloudFront distribution, requesting an SSL, TLS certificate, and configuring your bucket policy to only allow access through the CloudFront distribution. Pro tip. In production environments, it's a good practice to use AWS ING roles and users instead of access keys to manage access to your S3 buckets. This provides an additional layer of security and makes it easier to manage permissions across your AWS account. Additionally, consider using AWS CloudFormation to define and manage your infrastructure as code, which makes it easier to replicate your setup across different environments and accounts.